I never thought I'd be the kind of guy telling a story like this, but here I am. You know, when you commit yourself to someone, when you give them your love, your time, your loyalty, you expect at the very least a little respect in return. But my wife, she shattered that expectation in the cruelest way possible. It started small. At least, that's what I told myself. She became distant, shorter replies, more nights out with her friends, glued to her phone like it was her lifeline. I asked if something was wrong, and she brushed it off, saying I was overthinking. I wanted to believe her. I needed to believe her. But one night, I found the proof I'd been trying so hard not to see. I had just gotten home earlier than expected from work. Her phone lit up on the kitchen counter, buzzing with messages. I shouldn't have looked, I know. But when your gut is screaming at you, sometimes you can't ignore it. The message preview read, "Last night was amazing. I've missed us." My heart dropped. My hands shook as I unlocked the phone. She'd never changed the password. And there it was, a thread of messages between her and her ex-pictures. Plans. Confessions of things I thought were reserved only for us. I sat there in silence, staring at the screen, feeling like the ground under me had collapsed. When she came home, I confronted her. At first, she tried to spin it. "It's not what it looks like. It's just harmless talking. You're being dramatic." But when I read her own words back to her, she changed. Her face hardened, her voice sharp like a blade. She spat at me. "My ex never said no. That's a real man. Not someone who questions me at every turn." Those words, they cut deeper than any affair ever could. She didn't just cheat, she demeaned me. Compared me. Made me feel like I wasn't enough. But here's the thing, I didn't yell. I didn't cry in front of her. I didn't beg. Instead, I walked to the bedroom, pulled out a suitcase, and began packing her things. She laughed at first, as if I was bluffing. "What are you doing?" she asked, mocking. I zipped the bag, carried it to the door, and placed it down. I looked her dead in the eyes and said, "If your ex is such a real man, then go to him. You don't belong here anymore." Her laughter faded. She realized I wasn't playing. She tried backtracking, suddenly softening her tone, saying I was overreacting, that she didn't mean it. But her words were already branded into my chest. I handed her the suitcase, opened the door, and without raising my voice, I told her, "My revenge isn't yelling. My revenge is giving you exactly what you've been chasing. Freedom. Now go." She stood there stunned, like she didn't expect me to actually call her bluff. And then, finally, she left. That night, I sat alone in the quiet. The house felt empty, but strangely, peaceful. I had lost a wife, yes. But I had also lost someone who never truly valued me. And in a way, that was a victory. Weeks later, I heard she tried to make things work with her ex. It didn't last. He used her, then tossed her aside. She came crawling back, messaging me, saying she'd made a mistake, that she wanted to come home. I didn't reply. That was my final act of revenge, not slamming doors, not screaming, not trying to hurt her back. My revenge was silence. My revenge was moving forward. Because the truth is, the best way to get back at someone who betrays you is to show them they no longer have power over your happiness. And now, I'm healing. Slowly. I won't pretend it doesn't hurt. But I know one thing for sure, never again will I allow myself to be treated like less than what I am. I am enough. I always was. She just didn't see it. And that's her loss, not mine. So if you've ever been betrayed, let me say this, you don't need to scream, you don't need to break down to prove your strength. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is hand them their suitcase and walk away.